Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. Welcome. And for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, go ahead and hit subscribe for more wonderful recipes and different things that I do. This channel is pretty versatile. I do a little bit of everything, but my passion is cooking. For those of you who have already subscribed, you know my passion is cooking. But for 2016, I want to take it to another level. This channel is going to be versatile, and it's going to have everything on here that you guys want to know how to cook. You guys want to know a little bit about fashion. You guys want to know about more of how to cook and my life, alright? So welcome. I'm happy to have you. Now I'm going to do a little bit of sit down here and point a couple of things out from my last video that I made about me being molested as a child. At the ending part of the video, it went out blank. You could still hear my voice in it, but it went out blank. The editor is of a mind of its own. It shows you one thing, and then when you put it up on YouTube, for some reason it just goes like blank and in and out and all that stuff. I don't know if it's my editors doing it or if it's YouTube, I don't know. But I was gonna do that video over, but I said, why do it over when that was coming from my heart? I don't want to do it over again, but I am, though, what I'm going to do, I'm going to touch a couple of points in the last part of the video that was like really from the depths of my heart. Okay, but first of all those people that left messages and comments and all that stuff, I congratulate you guys. I really do. I congratulate you. I saw all your messages and all your comments. I think I'm pretty sure I answered everyone, or trying to answer everyone. And definitely those private messages that you guys sent me on this subject, I feel you. I know your pain. I know the hurt. I know everything that comes along with being sexually abused and sexually molested. One lady inboxed me and she said she don't know why I have a cooking channel and talking about molestation on there. But you know what? First of all, this is my channel, right? And if I want to come on here and talk about what happened to me as a child, I have no shame. Being molested or being sexually abused or being raped or something like that, you know, it doesn't matter if you are a boy or girl. It doesn't matter if your sexuality, what you prefer. It doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter. Rape and abuse and all don't matter, have nothing to do with that. It don't have nothing to do with my cooking, my not cooking. Listen, the bottom line is sexual abuse, sexual assault is going on for way too long. It's been pushed under the rug. You know, people are not talking about it. They don't want to talk about it. You have a lot of households right now that children are being sexually assaulted. Children are being sexually assaulted right now as we speak. You know how many children right now is being sexually assaulted by people who they trust? You know, father, mother, cousins, brothers, uncles. I mean, it's when you're being sexually abused, most of the time, 95% of the time, it's always somebody that the victim knows, somebody that the victim is close to, that do something like that. I'm going to say, I am going to say this again. For that lady who left me that message in my inbox, telling me she don't understand why I talk about sexual abuse on my channel. Listen to me. I'm going to say this again. To all those who are being affected by sexual abuse or sexual assault, listen, I'm telling you guys, Sexual abuse, sexual assault should not go under the rug. If someone is touching you in a sexual way, you tell them no and they still doing it, whether you say no or not. Nobody not supposed to be touching your vagina or touching your penis in any kind of way or trying to rape you and all that stuff. It's not supposed to happen. You know, I'm going to talk about this on my channel. Okay, this is my channel. For them people that talk up their mouth about me should not come by here come talk about sexual abuse. You must have something to hide. You have something to hide. You have skeleton in your closet. Maybe you they behind your phone or your computer at night, and your husband or your boyfriend or your wife or your cousin or whoever it is, maybe even your own self, is sexually abusing someone right now. You're touching someone in a spot you're not supposed to touch, and that's why you're so hurt. You're the same person who went ahead and hit that dislike on my page. But you know what? I'm going to speak out about child molestation. It's not supposed to happen. Man, woman, you're not supposed to be having sexual thoughts about minor children. A child is a child. You're not supposed to let your sexual appetite, your sexual hunger, your sexual thirst turn onto a minor child. Leave them alone and let them grow up. Now, I remember, I'm going to tell you guys a little incident that happened. I think it was a few years after I was sexually assaulted in the same yard that I was living in, right? There was another little girl that was living in that same yard, and her name was Jennifer. And that's her real name too. Can me go talk me, because when me talk about sexual abuse and them thing there, me not go change up names and them thing there. Me go talk the truth. The truth is the truth. And the people that will inbox me and I leave messages about me not to talk about it. The truth is the truth, because the truth hurts me, because I don't know I have skeleton on the cancer. This is what I phone. Now, when I was growing up, I was friends with a little girl in my yard, and her name was Jennifer, right? And there was this man that lived with female woman across from where my mother's house was. And his name was Mr. Myers. And Mr. Myers lived with a woman in the yard. And the little girl, Jennifer, she did, you know, our mother was pretty poor. She didn't have much. So she would go from house to house and ask, you know, guys know my doorbell, right? My phone, anyway. But anyway, Jennifer would go from house to house. She would come to my mother's house sometime. My mother be cooking, and she be coming to my mother's house and ask my mother for food and things. We used to give her food, and what, even with me, anything I was eating, I would share my dinners with Jennifer, breakfast, lunch, whatever I was eating, cookie or anything, I would share to Jennifer. And she used to go to this little man's house across from where my mother was, and she used to tell him that she was hungry, and him used to give her food. But let me tell you something. You know what me just see the man do? He used to take her and he would put her in his lap, right? And he would pretend as if he was playing with her. And he would have her in his lap and he would tickle her. He would be tickling her. I tickle her until she start laughing and all of that. And you know what he be doing while she's laughing and carrying on? He would have his finger in her, his hand in her underwear. I saw him do it, you know? And that thing went on, obviously went on to more. I don't know if she finally gave in to him or whatever the case is, because she was hungry and, you know, whatever. I guess she figured, well, this is where she could get some food to eat and whatever. Maybe she make him go ahead and do it. She never really speak out about it. But she would tell me that he was playing with her and stuff like that. Now, one day, her mother was so vulnerable because she never had no food for feed her. So the man come to the mother and tell the mother, say, he must have go visit some friend or family and he want to take her with him. And the mother actually gave him permission for her to go with him. Let me tell you something. 3 days later, before anybody find her, it was 3 days later. Remember, he take her and say he was coming back later, you know. Right? And at 3 days, the man will come home. The man come home the second day. And him come home and without her, right? everybody asked him, where she there? She left with him, so she gone and visit what friends or whatever. I don't remember where he said he was going to visit, but she left with him. And so he came back and come back without Jennifer. This is the third day when Jennifer come back. Jennifer looked like dirt. He raped Jennifer, vigorously raped her, took her virginity, and left her in the bushes in St. Thomas. That little girl boom ride all the way back to where we was living in Jonestown. I guess I think maybe she probably dead on the way home. But these are some of the things. I'm telling you guys this because these are some of the things that happen to minor children, and it goes under the rug. Even though the mother knew what he did, even though everybody in the neighborhood knew what he did, and because this was a man that had 2 shillings, it went under the rug because people was licky. People is still licky. Now we have some woman that live at home with the man, and because they're not working, they're not bringing in any money, they're not the breadwinners, so the man would go to work and the woman stay home and cook and clean and all that stuff and take care of the kids. And when the man turn on the children and start feeling them up and all them things, so most of the time, 90% of the time, the woman, they know what the man is doing, but because they a fear of speaking out, and the man walk out and leave them with all that responsibility, then put it under the rug too. You have situations like that where daughters are getting pregnant for their own fathers because the mother know, and because the mother don't want to get up and go get a dollar and bring it to the household, she make the man go ahead and have sex with the children. Them, you have women like that too. Now you have women also that are sexual abusers. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that only man alone are sexual abusers. You have women right now that is in prison for sexual assault. You have women that are having sex with little boys. Yes, they're having sex. Them trying to teach a little boy them how to have sex and how to give oral sex and all that stuff. You have women out there that are also sexual predators. Them, I don't know if they give up on men or whatever, but they are out to train these little boys into doing sexual activity and sexual favors for them. I don't know for what game, but they do. You have women and you have man that does these things. You have men that prey on little boys. A lot of that is going on right now. It was going on from a long time, but nobody never want to talk about it. But now all of a sudden everybody is talking about, oh, men love little boys and all of that. That's been going on a long time. You have women that love little girls, little small girls. I'm train them how to have oral sex too. You know, this is a touchy subject, guys. This is really touchy. But at the end of the day, what I was trying to say to you guys in my last video, right, because I'm going to wrap this up, I'm not going to drag this out too long, but I need to let you guys, I need to spread this video, I need to spread this message out there to all over the world, right? Now, children, if you're watching this video, I want to let you know that if someone is touching you in a sexual way, do not be afraid to speak out. When you go to school, go talk to your teacher about it. Tell your teacher. Tell your best friend, because your friend, when you tell them, believe me, they're going to share it with somebody. So talk to your best friend. Talk to your teacher. Talk to the neighbor about it. Find somebody and talk to. When you go to church, talk to your pastor. Talk to the church member. Talk to somebody about it. Alright? Nobody is supposed to touch your vagina. You have programs out there. When I was growing up and I was sexually assaulted, I was in Jamaica. Ain't no programs in Jamaica to help no children that our child that is sexually abused. You know what I'm saying? So, but things, this is America. So there's help out there for you guys. And I think Jamaica has gotten wiser to this sexual abusing thing. Because right now in Jamaica, yes, Jamaica, you have some man, some long seed man in Jamaica where I go out and I have sex with a little 5-year-old, putting them. and I go around and I feel them up and I kill them. Not only they having sex with these little children, but they also killing them too. I have a friend right now that her daughter was savagely raped and she was dead. She was found dead. You know, because I guess them don't want to look up in the talk, oh, so they killed the child. You know what I'm saying? So this is going on in Jamaica right now, where the children are being victims of sexually assault, rape, and death. And it has to stop. The government have to do something about that in Jamaica. How many of our kids are going to die from these predators? How many? We are supposed to protect these children. What are we doing to protect the children? We are talking about name brand pocketbook and name brand clothes and the latest hairstyle. You know, the most expensive Remy Indian ear and all them ear, then them appear like, and we said trend and we said look good. And we now remember about the kids them. The children are our future. We have to protect them. They never asked to be born. So why are we neglecting the children? Why not we listening to the children? The children them smarter than we, you know. And we need to learn from them. You understand? We are our children's protector. And if we don't protect them, who's going to do that for them? They live what they see. You see what I'm saying? They live what they see. A lot of these predators, if the parents stood up and did something and got that child help, when they realized the child had something kind of funny going on, that child would have never grown up to be a sexual predator. You understand? We as parents need to read the signs too. Yes, come on parent, we need to read the sign. You give birth to this child and nobody know your child like you know them when something not right. So you're supposed to go out and get that child some kind of help of some sort. Right? But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up by saying thank you guys for all your story and tell me everything what happened to you guys and all that stuff. And continue to share your story. And yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. And anybody don't like the realist, I always tell them, if anybody don't like the realist about Juliana, then this is not the channel to watch, because I'm going to keep it real. You understand? This is not about gaining subscribers. This is not about gaining likes. It's not about gaining views. This is about the truth and the honesty. This is the honesty, guys. Honesty. You understand? But look, no gain, no nothing. Because my blessing come from God. And if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here right now to sit down and to tell you guys what happened to me. You understand? And that's only half of the story. If me for sit down and tell you what really happened to me as a child growing up and the struggle that my mother had to endure. Listen, may I tell you something real quick? I remember when I was about 12, right? And one day, my mother and I was walking to the store. And halfway to the store, there was a group of guys that was sitting on the wall. Because, you know, the man, them little crew, and them have them little crew where them click up at one corner and all of that. Them sit up on the fence like them live up. Them don't live there, you know. They don't live there, but they just hang out in front of your house. But anyway, while we were passing, one boy started to sing. I remember, this time I probably was about 12. I was in primary school. I went to Jonestown Primary School, and while I was passing, me and my mother, I hold my mother's hand and was walking to the store. The boy started to sing. You know what the boy is sing? The boy is sing, "Mommy, mommy, I love your daughter, no gesturing." Now, can you imagine what he would have said if he never seen my mother with me? In my mother's face, he must sing to a 12-year-old child. I tell her in front of her mother, say, grown man, you know, grown man, I sing, oh, I love your daughter. So you know, it's part of mine there. Me can't go to the road at night because, you know, it might drag me away. You understand? 12-year-old, and that was it for my mother. When I turned 12, my mother moved from the area because it was 3 of us girls. My my mother had 6 of us, but at the time it was just 3 of us girls that she had so far, and I was the youngest of my siblings at the time. So my mother said, you know what, it's time for me to leave, because if me no leave, my daughter them are gonna get raped off and baby are coming to the world and all them things. So we moved to Portmore. You know, I still went back to Jonestown and Onigan, because I have had families and friends and all that stuff there. I still had ties there, but I would visit. But my mother moved us from out of there because it was just too much going on as far as the children were concerned. And I think she did, you know, did pretty good. I mean, they don't know, it doesn't matter where you live. You could even live in a Beverly Hills. You could still get raped. You could still get molested. It doesn't matter where you live. A predator could be a next door neighbor. All right. So this, and like I said, it could be in your house that you live, but you have to do whatever means necessary to keep your children safe. And she felt that she was keeping me safe by keeping us girls safe as we got older into teenage years. She felt like it was time for us to move, and so she did. Because look on Jacob didn't live right in the yard. Jacob used to come at my mother's house and eat. My mother would cook and my mother would feed him. His daughter would come to my mother's house and she would eat at my mother's house. She used to babysit his daughter. So this is a family friend that she trusted. And see what Jacob did? Can't trust nobody with your children then. Ain't nobody could take care of your children the way you take care of your children, guys, I'm telling you. And when you have some parents, so much points I want to touch. You have some parents, right? They have their children and they just allow their children to go sleep over at somebody's house because they want to go to the party. They want to go party, so them allow them children to go stay at them friend house, and them friend of them man, whether them husband or them boyfriend or them baby daddy or whatever, and the baby daddy friends and all of. You know, it's just ridiculous. Why would you send your girl child or your boy child to go stay overnight at somebody's house? Because you want to have the freedom of going to hang out with your friends, so you don't love your kids then. You know, and that's a lot of times a lot of children go to somebody else's house, because that's how I was sexually assaulted when I went to stay with Miss Reed and Jacob came. When you leave, when the children come out of your eye and go to somebody else's house to spend the night, anything is possible, because you know. So anyway, guys, that's it for now. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. So yeah, don't forget about the giveaway. Its giveaway is still open for another like 4 weeks, I think. And don't forget to like my daughter's channel, which is How to Style. No, go ahead and like her channel. And Dreadhead Music, that's my daughter too. Just go ahead and like their channel. Subscribe. Guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, share. Let me know if you like my blue hair as well. It's something different. And I'm gonna go ahead and edit my Connecticut trip for you. That will be up on Sunday. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.